question, does this get you into bot lobbies? And does this change skill-based matchmaking? The truth is, yes, it can get you into bot lobbies. What's going on, guys? Big Turkey on Weed here, and bringing you a video here today, and we're going to talk about the Warzone companion app. This thing here is going to change Call of Duty and the way you play it, especially on PC. It's just going to give you a lot of advantages, a lot of abilities to look into your opponents and know what you're up against, and kind of have a better understanding of why some matches seem a little sweatier than others and how skill-based matchmaking is working. So the first thing I want to talk about in this video is, does this work on PC and console? Unfortunately, right now, this does not work on console. The live tracker, you can look at the actual dashboard, which I'm going to show you here. You can look at the actual dashboard when you're playing on console. However, you see where it says live match tracker here, highlighted in green? That's not going to be there. And because that's not there, you can't get the live in match stats. You're only going to get historical matches, and it usually takes 10 to 20 minutes for any match to load up in there. You're not going to be able to see your lobbies and kill death ratios in your lobbies and what you could have done with that. So unfortunately for console players, this does put you at another disadvantage that you already were at a disadvantage because of FPS, because of frame refresh rates, different things like that, because of keyboard and mouse, because of matchmaking, all of these different things already were putting you at a disadvantage. This just adds to the list. So that's unfortunate, but I do think this app is going to bring to light some good things. Obviously, first and foremost, there's a huge amount of cheaters in Warzone. This is going to help navigate that pathway. Now, some people are being identified as cheaters with this app that aren't. I understand that's frustrating, but with the current amount of cheaters that are in the game and how much it affects your daily games, just everyday playing, I think something like this is needed. I mean, you get in a game and all of a sudden you get hit by a hacker 20 minutes in, and you've basically just wasted 20 minutes of your life. So we don't want that, and this does help with that. It's a third-party system for this Warzone companion app, but it really works pretty well. Currently, the servers, and this is on January 4th, the servers are completely overloaded. So this thing is having a tough time loading in, but we're going to get right into a game here and just show you what this thing has the capability of doing. It works on a widget system, so that makes it even nicer for PC players because you don't have to click anything with your mouse. You just do a quick Alt X, Alt W, Alt Q, whatever you want. And it also brings with a live leaderboard to the game. When the live leaderboard itself is actually pretty cool. You can get this overlay there at the bottom. You can get the actual full screen, and once you're actually in the game, you'll see the live leaderboard. It gives you a up-to-date ranking system of your current lobby, which is pretty awesome. Once we get in a game here, it's what you're going to be able to do with this is you'll see your lobby load in. Now, a lot of people are saying that this thing's going to be used to hack in tournaments and different things like that. I don't know how true that's going to be because if you really make people stream in your tournaments and in larger tournaments, things like that, it doesn't seem to load quick enough to be able to do that. So you're actually going to be entering the lobby. As you can see, it still hasn't loaded yet. And even when the servers are working well, it still usually takes this amount of time to load. So therefore, if you're registered in the lobby, there should be some kind of system that, you can't really back out once the game is started. This one actually loaded in very, very quickly. We can take a look here at that's the live leaderboard there. That there is going to be the current kills, and obviously it shows once. Sometimes some of the pre-game stuff carries over, but this is going to show the current kills in the entire lobby and keep it up to date throughout the rankings. The one thing that this can be used for is, hey man, you get a bounty or something and it's on one of the very top guys, maybe you want to shy away from that, or make sure you have better position before you start attacking at a bounty. So I was hoping it would load up here, but it doesn't seem to be loading up on this game. All right, so this is how the tracker is actually supposed to work. Now that we've got it working correctly, it'll show everyone here on this right side in your lobby and what their KDs are. And you can see the people down at the bottom that are tanking and all the way up to the top. Now, normally, this average KD would be somewhere in like the 1.4 or the 0.85, but really you can tell in this lobby, honestly, is probably like in the 1.2 range. I've played this a few times, and that's where this like 77th percentile probably averages out. Once you get about the 50 and the 40, you're starting to get into the 1 range. And anything less is like just complete bot lobbies. So what you can do is use this information to your advantage. You can start to figure out, hey, is it my last 5 matches that really come up and change my skill-based matchmaking? Is it my retention rate, which a lot of people is the new strategy that people are employing? The backing out of high kill lobbies and then getting in and staying in the bodier lobbies, making Call of Duty somehow put you in those bodier lobbies more often so you stay on and play the game. But it could be of multiple reasons, but this really just gives you a huge amount of information. That's the biggest thing. Nobody really knows yet what you're going to be able to do with that information, but information is power in this game, and the ability to see cheaters, the ability to see who you're losing to, how they're going about, especially when you're running duos and trios, and it's showing you full squad, how they're made up and how they ended up in your lobby and why they're not in your lobby. It's just going to give you a lot more information on how to control your own lobbies. So with that being said, is it going to just automatically put you in bot lobbies? No, it's not. You're still going to have to face skill-based matchmaking. You're still going to have to face harder opponents and lighter opponents. Why are you not the guy Flame here with a 3.4 K? Probably because you don't have a 3.4 KD. That's probably why. I would imagine if you get above a 2 KD, you can start to become the number 1 or number 2 guy in some lobbies. But most of the time, you're probably going to be facing a very average lobby. You know, if you're sitting at a 0.8 KD or you're sitting at a 1.0 KD, you're going to face 50 people that are above you and 50 people that are below you. That's just with the way the game's going to try to even the skill out. So you win some gunfights and you lose some gunfights. But over the course of time, you can start to understand. Not only does this help you with doing these skill-based matchmaking, but all of a sudden the previous videos where you're starting to talk about routers and which connections are better, that is going to start to come into play and start to affect your game, show you the results of that. Sometimes you believe you're in a bot lobby and you're not actually in a bot lobby, you're just playing well. And then sometimes it's the exact opposite. You think you're playing great and you're actually in a bot lobby. So that stuff there is should be able to start being sorted out, especially as people start to dig into this, as I start to dig into this and try to figure out how best to use this. So this is the companion app, and that's basically all the information it's going to give you. It's going to give it to you as the game's going on. It's you can look up, you know, you put if all of a sudden I put a bounty on King Ding Dong here, you know, I feel pretty good about it. He's got 0.3 KD, but then I put a bounty and it's on this guy Flame up here. You're probably going to try to manage that situation just a little bit better. So I think the biggest questions start to become, as I want to leave this game here, the biggest questions start to really become, how is this going to affect streamers? How is this going to affect daily gameplay? So really, first and foremost, I think this has the biggest effect on stream sniping. I think it's a big deal because people are really going to be able to realize when they're in these higher streamers lobbies. That's going to be a big, big thing that streamers are going to have to deal with. I don't know that hiding your connection, it takes you off this. I haven't really seen where that works. The next thing really is going to be the question is, the real question, does this get you into bot lobbies, and does this change skill-based matchmaking? The truth is, yes, it can get you into bot lobbies. Is we can use this tool in combination with the router, with the VPN, with the research you do by seeing what it is. Is it better to go in solo duos, solo trios? Is it better to go in a solo and a bot account in the duos? All these different things that people are trying to do, it's really going to narrow down which ones work. And people are going to start coming up with a formula that gets them into bottier lobbies. And that's what this is really, this is the start of that. I would say, the COD tracker website here, by I think it's called Overwolf. Sorry, by Overwolf, is going to come out with even more information. I'm sure they're working on tons of things behind the scenes to expand this knowledge base. So this is really just the beginning, and it's going to change the Warzone landscape. What I'm hoping to do is in my next video is going to be, I want to test every direct server that I can come in contact with to see the differences with my name and how they come out with the overall KD of the lobby. So if I'm playing on an East Coast server here in the United States, do I get a 1.4 KD lobby? But then I play in South America and I'm getting a 0.86 KD lobby. I may not be able to connect to that lobby from my ping, but there's a lot of other people in, Southern Europe and maybe even Western Europe that may be able to connect to those lobbies and get a huge advantage over their opponents with some easier lobbies. Can I connect to Brazil and get an easier lobby? Can I connect to Puerto Rico and get an easier lobby? All these questions are really surrounded by the direct servers. I don't think a pure server connection is going to be the way to go. So really, when I do this video, it's going to be on all direct servers. But I need that the KD lobbies, the KD ratio in lobbies to come back on the app companion. But I hope you enjoyed this video. There's going to be a little bit more to come on this. I'm sorry that everything wasn't all inclusive in this one video, but I really think that this is going to help us out with being able to get away from the cheaters. This is going to help us out with trying to see if streamers are in bot lobbies. I mean, if a streamer is not in bot lobbies, you shouldn't be afraid to show you his lobby. Correct? I mean, that just seems the way to go. But appreciate you guys watching the video. Please like and subscribe. Every little bit helps, and I'll see you guys next time.